During the meeting, I secretly messaged my online girlfriend to complain. I'm so bored, I hate meetings the most. The next second, I saw a few WeChat messages pop up on the boss's screen, which was being projected. The contact name was Baby. The content of the messages was exactly the same as what I had just sent. Brothers, is it too late for me to resign right now? While I was still in shock, my phone vibrated a few times. Hugs. Baby, I hate meetings too. Crying face. I looked up at my boss in front of me. She was looking down, holding her phone. Her smile was reaching the sky. She looked like a completely different person from the one leading the meeting just now, but it really was her. I've completely given up hope. Don't stop me. Where do I process the resignation? This is very important to me. Messages kept popping up. Baby, wait for me. I'm almost done with the meeting. I'll come chat with you as soon as it's over. Okay, I sat there expressionless, numb inside. I thought we agreed we were both hardworking corporate slaves? How did she turn into my boss in the blink of an eye? Even a magical girl transformation isn't this fast. But your screen sharing isn't off. Finally, a kind colleague reminded her. My fingers stiffly typed a reply, no need, and then added, thanks, don't ask why. It's just the professional ethics of a worker. The next second, I watched the boss put down her phone, her face changing speed comparable to a Sichuan opera performance. Let's end the meeting here today. I can see everyone is tired. Bianca pushed up her glasses, her voice cold. Who would have thought? Some people look like emotionless robots on the surface, but secretly love acting cute. Bianca and I met in a game. She played support, and I played mage. I fed the enemy kills the whole way, and she played Kaiwenji, healing me the whole way. While teammates were team fighting, I was respawning. While teammates were pushing the high ground, I was still respawning. Looking at my bottom tier score and the Kaiwenji waiting for me to respawn, I was a total mess of emotion. What kind of god tier teammate is this? Ooh. So, right after that match, I quickly sent a friend request, unexpectedly. It took a few weeks. By then my Angela gameplay had improved enough to actually aim skills properly. Only then did she accept my friend request. Sorry, I don't play games often. Just saw this. It's okay. Actually, I don't play often either. Looking at my rank stuck at bronze 3 after weeks of struggle, I silently hid my match history. Let's play a round now. Come on. I was full of confidence, planning to redeem myself. Again. She played support. I played mage. She was up front using her ultimate and slaughtering everyone, while I followed behind picking up kills. This wasn't what I imagined. I stood there confused. Just then, she turned on her mic. Angela, be careful of the bushes. Her voice was clear and crisp. As someone obsessed with nice voices, I fell for it instantly and blurted out, Baby. She fell silent. And so did I, calling her baby so smoothly, she wouldn't think I'm a pervert. Right after the game, I decided to cling to this pro player. Are you stopping? Work is quite busy. All right, I replied reluctantly. Then when will you be online next? Here is my WeChat. If you want to play, you can message me. Yay! I was ecstatic inside. As soon as I went offline, I immediately searched for her WeChat. Her WeChat name was simple, just a single letter, and her moments feed was completely empty. Hello. I am Angela Big Baby. Hello. I am Cockroach's leg hair. For a moment, I couldn't tell who was more embarrassed. Sorry. The name was randomly generated by the system. I am Bianca. Now it was my turn to be embarrassed. My name was self-chosen. Bianca, you can just call me baby. Intimate nicknames are the first step to fostering a relationship. I gave myself a thumbs up for my thick skin. No reply from the other side. Just typing, displayed for a long time. After a few minutes, a sentence finally came through. I'm going to work now. I just love career-driven women. After that, Bianca and I played many games together. Sometimes she would turn on her mic to guide my gameplay. Her tone was unhurried, her voice gentle. Most of the time, Bianca played support for me, occasionally switching to mage. After we got together, I specifically asked her why she liked playing support. Bianca said, don't you think support gives people a greater sense of security? Playing games with her always felt incredibly safe. When our intimacy score reached 100, I asked Bianca if she wanted to establish an in-game relationship bond. While I was debating between buddy or bestie, worrying that lovers might make my intentions too obvious, Bianca sent a lover's relationship request. My hand moved faster than my brain, quickly pressing accept. By the time I realized it, the bond was already successful. Seeing Bianca hadn't sent a message for a while, I started guessing, Did she click it by mistake? So I hurriedly tried to salvage the situation. I saw many people binding this one. So I applied. Do you mind? Oh. I'm fine with anything. Scared me to death. I almost thought Bianca was interested in me too. After binding as game lovers, Bianca's frequency of logging in dropped a lot. My rank fell from platinum back to bronze. Bianca? Do you have time today? Bianca replied quickly. Sorry. I have a bit too much to deal with today. I really wanted to ask what she was busy with. But I never spoke up. After all, we were just game lovers. I didn't have a reasonable stance to care about her private life. Even if I asked, maybe Bianca wasn't busy with anything at all. Maybe she just didn't want to play with me anymore. I thought sadly. Hi. Are you free today? I asked again, refusing to give up. This time, I didn't receive a reply from Bianca. I silently deleted the game and turned off my phone. If I kept bothering her, it would really be impolite. Just a netizen with a nice voice. Nothing big. I told myself this. Looking at the chat interface with Bianca, still stopped at my last message. I moved my finger away. Forget it. Maybe she really is busy. After a long time, Bianca finally came online. Just saw your message. Sorry, play together now? I have time tonight. Just as I was about to go to sleep, Bianca's message popped up. I chanted in my heart 3 times, women's mouths, deceitful ghosts. Then I took a deep breath and replied. Let's go. Blame it on Bianca's voice being too nice, her gaming skills being too good, and her personality being too gentle. Watching the game download interface, I condemned myself for being so spineless. Unexpectedly, right at the start of the game, Bianca told me she might not play anymore in the future. I'm really sorry for making you wait all this time. I hadn't figured out how to say it. I played the match absent-mindedly. I didn't catch what Bianca said afterwards. I only snapped back to reality when the enemy had already reached our base. I hurriedly threw an ultimate skill. We lost the game quickly. Even Bianca couldn't save it. I blamed myself endlessly. But what I didn't know was that on the other side of the phone, Bianca was equally heavy-hearted. The game was over. But neither Bianca nor I exited the team lobby. They'd keep in touch often. Okay, I sent a message first, trying to lighten the mood. Okay, Bianca's voice was very soft, as if it would dissipate at any moment. Keep in touch. Besides the game, there seemed to be no other connection between Bianca and me. As if guessing what was on my mind, Bianca spoke again. Even without the game, you can always chat with me. She paused, then added, I might not reply very timely, so please bear with me. Okay, so I started sharing my daily life with Bianca. Look at this cloud. Doesn't it look like a puppy? Haha, does it? I feel it looks more like a rabbit. No way. It's clearly a puppy. Of course, as a worker, I spent most of the time complaining about my boss. I hate our boss so much. They only know how to make us work overtime every day. Whoever loves this job can take it. I can't stay here another day. I discovered that Bianca really liked using stickers, especially cute rabbit ones. Sometimes Bianca replied very late and told me to sleep first and not wait for her message. Seeing her reply at past 2 a.m., I felt mixed emotions. Someone tell me, what country's time zone is this? After hesitating a bit, I couldn't help but ask, Bianca, are you in the country? The next morning, I saw Bianca's reply, yes. Then there was only one possibility. I typed furiously, feeling excited. Honestly, are you being exploited by your company too? Yes, haha, I knew it. I felt a huge sense of comfort. Turns out Bianca is a corporate slave just like me. And she works overtime even longer than I do. A long time later, when I learned the truth, tears fell. On the day before Valentine's Day, Bianca suddenly sent me a message. The sky looks very nice today. I zoomed in on the picture and looked at it over and over, but I really didn't find anything special. So I agreed with her. I think so too. After a while, Bianca sent another picture. It was the same sky, but she had traced the edges of the white clouds with a pen. It looked like a rabbit making a V sign. Now I saw it. Bianca really likes rabbits. I secretly used this photo as my moment's background. Bianca discovered it, just as I was feeling guilty and didn't know how to explain. Bianca suddenly asked me out of nowhere, do you know why I like rabbits? I didn't react in time. Because they're cute? Half right. Just as I was feeling confused, Bianca suddenly started a voice call. I hurriedly tapped answer and took a sip of water. Bianca? I'm here. She seemed to deliberately lower her voice. Unlike her usual gentleness, it sounded more seductive. Is something wrong? I gulped and asked. There are some things I've thought about for a long time, and I felt typing wasn't formal enough. I pressed my ear close to the receiver, my heart pounding. Do you remember what you played when we first met? Of course I remember. I especially liked Angela's rabbit doll skin. I used that skin the first time I played with Bianca. Rabbit? It couldn't be what I'm thinking. Right? I didn't answer, gripping the phone tightly. My heart beating so violently for the first time. I don't play games often. That day I was teaming up with friends. I was lazy and picked a support. And ended up running off with you. Bianca chuckled softly. I was completely hooked by that laugh. They asked me why I went with you. And I couldn't really explain. I just inexplicably felt you were cute and wanted to protect you. After seeing the friend request, I kept waiting for you to come online. I remembered Bianca took almost half a month to accept my request. Back then, I had just started handling company affairs. There was too much to learn. And I couldn't breathe. My heart ached so much. So Bianca was really busy during that time. I thought she didn't want to play with me anymore and was sad for a long time. Must have been hard. I said muffly, feeling an urge to cry. Bianca, you dummy, being so busy every day. Yet still making time to play with me and reply to my random messages. From the other end of the phone, Bianca's voice came slowly. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Perhaps, would you be willing to spend it with me? I couldn't hear my own voice, only my heartbeat amplified infinitely. Bianca waited for a moment, then added, I'm waiting for your answer. No need to wait. I'm willing. I answered immediately. I don't know how to describe the feeling at that moment. It was like someone set off fireworks in my heart, carrying my mood high into the sky, blooming brilliantly. Just like that, Bianca and I became online lovers. First, Bianca was quite reserved, only occasionally sending messages to ask what I was doing. I naturally assumed she was an innocent girl. Later I found out I was terribly wrong, because she became very skilled at calling me baby. If the voice wasn't the same, I wouldn't believe this was the same person. Boo. Bianca, give me back my dream of the reserved, innocent girl. Bianca, have I never told you my name? I thought for a moment and suddenly realized the problem. I seemed to have forgotten to tell her my name all this time. Recalling our first chat, I told Bianca to just call me baby. Don't ask why. Is it too late to kill myself now? Bianca replied quickly, yes. I slowly typed a question mark. Then why didn't you ask me? I thought you didn't want to say. Bianca sent a wrong sticker. My bad. So I formally introduced myself to Bianca. My name is Max. Afraid Bianca wouldn't believe me, I added, I'm serious. I believe you. So you love playing Angela. I was just about to agree when I suddenly realized, wait, is there any connection? Before I could refute, Bianca sent a voice message. I tapped it with anticipation. Good night. Angela, I declare, I'm going to unilaterally give Bianca the silent treatment for 10 minutes. No making up. Babe, our company actually let us off early today. Tell me this isn't a dream. As soon as I got off work, I couldn't wait to share the excitement with Bianca. You have to know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. Lower probability than winning the lottery. After sharing with Bianca, I happily turned on my tablet and started binge-watching shows. I felt like I was living the dream life of lying flat, not anticipating at all that this was the last calm before my workplace life plunged into a bloodbath. Thinking back now, life is truly unpredictable, like a large intestine wrapping a small intestine. Early the next morning, as soon as I arrived at the company, I was stunned to see the brand new desks. Was our company stimulated by something? I blinked and asked Luke at the next desk. Weren't you at the meeting yesterday? I replied guiltily. I was there, but not completely there. When the leader was speaking, my smile almost reached the back of my head. My brain only had the words, early dismissal. How could I listen to anything else? Luke leaned in and whispered, the company is changing to a new boss. Yesterday we got off early specifically to prepare to welcome her. I heard she's quite pretty. That's what you said last time. And she turned out to be bald, I said faintly, my heart full of resentment. Last time someone started a false rumor. This time is different. Someone saw her with their own eyes. Seeing my skeptical look, Luke stomped his foot. Well, you'll know at the afternoon meeting anyway. Oh, my heart remained unmoved. Do not believe rumors. Do not spread rumors. When I woke up in the afternoon, I was the only one left in the office. How did I forget there was a meeting in the afternoon? I grabbed the files and rushed to the conference room. So, I slammed the door open and locked eyes with the beauty standing on the stage. Hi, beauty. My mouth moved faster than my brain, and I waved reflexively. The atmosphere seemed to freeze. All eyes off stage turned to look at me in unison. I saw Luke waving frantically at me from below, then looked at the beauty on stage. A terrible thought suddenly surfaced in my mind. This beauty in front of me, she couldn't be the new boss, right? Question, What is the punishment for flirting with a new boss in public? Finally experienced what it means for seconds to feel like years. Under everyone's gaze, I slowly inched towards my seat, waving awkwardly. The beauty was very patient. She waited for me to sit down before continuing to speak. Everyone take a 5-minute break. Organize yourselves, and we'll start the report soon. Why does this voice sound familiar? Before I could think it through, Luke nudged me. See, didn't lie to you. Is she pretty enough to make your legs weak? My legs are indeed weak. I'm just short of kowtowing on the spot to atone for my sins. But I didn't expect you to be so bold. She definitely has a deep impression of you now. Thanks. I'd rather be forgotten. Death smile JPG. Surviving a disaster. I calmed down and prepared to organize my work progress report. The moment I opened the file, I was petrified. I had opened the milk tea review sheet I printed from the internet yesterday. As happy as I was when printing it, that's how much I wanted to die right now. When the god of destiny was sprinkling good luck, he must have held an umbrella over me. Right when it was my turn to speak, I stood up trembling. Hello boss. MX. Responsible for the drafts. My voice got smaller and smaller. The boss hesitated for a few seconds, narrowed her eyes slightly. Say it again. Who are you? Oh no. She really remembers me now. With a face like a mourner. I repeated, Max. I watched the boss's expression change several times before returning to a cold look. She pursed her lips and waved her hand for me to sit down. Finally surviving until the break. I opened my phone, unable to resist complaining to Bianca. Before I could even start the topic, the next second, I saw a few WeChat messages pop up on the boss's screen, which was being projected. The contact name was Baby, and the content was exactly the same as what I had just sent. I was stunned. What is this situation? Did the boss introduce herself just now? My heart was dead as ashes. I struggled to look up and ask Luke beside me. Of course, she just finished when you came in. Then what's her name? I didn't hear clearly either. But her surname is Bianca. A 3-character name. I was dumbfounded. Is it too late to resign now? The perfectly good boss. Why does she have to be my online girlfriend? While I was still in shock, my phone vibrated a few times. I received a reply from Bianca. Baby, I'm in a meeting too. Crying face. I looked up at the boss in front of me. She was looking down, holding her phone, her smile reaching the sky. She looked like a completely different person from the meeting. It really is the same person. I've completely given up hope. Don't stop me. Where do I process the resignation? This is very important. Messages kept popping up. Baby, wait for me. I'm almost done. I'll chat with you after. I sat there expressionless, numb inside. I thought we agreed we were both hardworking corporate slaves. How did she turn into my boss? Even a magical girl transformation isn't this fast. My mood was complex. I never thought one day I'd face a choice between love and work. But your screen sharing isn't off. Finally, a kind colleague reminded her. My fingers stiffly typed, no need, and then added, thanks, don't ask why. It's just professional ethics. The next second, I watched the boss put down her phone. Her face changing speed comparable to Sichuan opera. Let's end the meeting here today. Everyone has worked hard. Bianca pushed up her glasses, her voice cold. Who would have thought? Some people look like emotionless robots on the surface, but secretly love acting cute. I looked at Bianca on stage. Her figure was slender and tall, her nose bridge high, and there was a faint mole under her eyelid. Her beauty was comparable to a model on an international runway. I thought silently, as expected of the woman I chose. The next second, a familiar voice sounded in my ear. Max. I looked up sharply, staring in horror as Bianca walked towards me step by step. No way. Discovered so soon? My heart felt like it would jump out the next second. Luckily, Bianca spoke in time. Nice name. Bianca looked me in the eye and smiled faintly. Thanks. I tried to pull the corners of my mouth, but couldn't smile. Finally enduring until work ended, I collapsed on the sofa and opened my phone to see over a dozen unread messages from Bianca. Baby, how was the meeting today? I met someone today with the same name as you. I thought it was you. Huh. But he looked a bit silly. I looked at the phone, suppressing the urge to refute 1,000 times, and replied expressionlessly, huh. What a coincidence. Then I turned off the screen. Coincidence? That, silly guy, is your online boyfriend whom you call baby. Early the next morning, I messaged Luke. I thought about it all night, and I decided to tell you first. I know you're urgent, but don't be urgent yet. Listen to me. I only know if you don't come now. This month's perfect attendance bonus is gone. Perfect attendance? My typing hand stopped suddenly. By the time I reacted, I was standing downstairs at the company, looking at the clock and record that was just 1 minute late. I was completely messy in the wind. Don't worry about the heartbroken Prince of Qatar. Someone come save me first. Facts prove that a person's bad luck has no lower limit. Turning around, I saw Bianca walking towards me with large strides. Morning, didn't sleep well? A bit of insomnia. Bianca looked at the resentful dark circles under my eyes, frowned, and said, follow me. I happen to have coffee in my office. I followed Bianca all the way, not daring to speak, lowering my head to reduce my presence. And then, bang, I crashed into Bianca. I looked up in pain to see Bianca's eyes smiling as she looked down at me. Watch where you're going. Oh, I was completely mesmerized and nodded. I have to say, Bianca understands how to be a boss. She quickly captured the hearts of the office crowd as soon as she arrived. Even Luke sighed to me from time to time about how beautiful Bianca was. You don't know. I saw Boss Bianca when getting water this morning. She was standing there with her hands in her pockets. It was like she was in a different dimension from others. I looked at Luke's love-struck face, feeling like iron that couldn't become steel. How should I tell them that the unreachable, high-cold flower they talk about was questioning me yesterday why I didn't reply to messages? I'm afraid before I could speak, Bianca would come over and silence me. Because of Bianca's arrival, my originally boring work life was forcibly turned into a spy movie. I avoided Bianca like a spy, but she always had various reasons to call me to the office. Please help me deliver this file. Bianca smiled with some guilt, revealing a harmless expression. Someone tell me, where did everyone in the company go? Why ask me? A small employee responsible for design and promo, to deliver files? I cursed Bianca 10,000 times in my heart. Then I took the file with a smile. Okay. Boss Bianca, endure a moment for calm. Take a step back for a vast sky. I have to say, I really know how to gaslight myself. Watching me run back and forth every day. Luke finally couldn't help asking, did you offend the boss? I was dead inside. Maybe, this isn't an online girlfriend. This is clearly my enemy from a past life. Busy? Why no reply? Crying JPG. I looked at the message from Bianca and rolled my eyes hard. Isn't this all thanks to you, Boss Bianca? Does our company not have other people? Finally, the nth time I went to the office, I couldn't help asking. Bianca was organizing files, looked up at me, and said calmly, yes, there are. Then why always make me run back and forth? I frowned and asked with resentment. Because I trust you more. Bianca looked at me, her tone gentle. The smile in her eyes could drown me right there. No way. Using this trick again? I was caught off guard meeting Bianca's gaze, my heart pounding. Waiting until I confusedly returned to the office. I realized, wasn't I going there to protest? Back at my seat. Luke leaned over and patted me. Tell me honestly, do you have something going on with the boss? I shook in fright and shook my head decisively. Absolutely not. Bianca has a boyfriend. Luke's eyes widened, full of disbelief. No way? Then she still always looks for you? I thought she was interested in you. How do you know she has a boyfriend? I smiled awkwardly, feeling guilty. Bianca told me herself. I nodded vigorously, continuing to display my superb storytelling ability. Her boyfriend's birthday is coming up soon. Bianca asked me to help pick a gift. Since we're both guys, haha, just when I thought I had concocted a seamless reason and fooled Luke, Bianca's voice suddenly spoke up. How come I didn't know my boyfriend's birthday was coming up? Friend, do you know the feeling of sudden death? In that instant, I almost thought I would pass away on the spot from fright. Having just walked through the gates of hell, my resentment was bigger than a ghost's. Why do you eavesdrop on people? Bianca shook the soy milk in her hand innocently. You forgot your breakfast. I grumpily took the soy milk from her hand, turned my chair around, and typed on the keyboard with force. Bianca was amused by my anger, walked over, and held my hand. Did the keyboard offend you? I didn't make a sound. That scare just now killed at least half my brain cells. Otherwise, I wouldn't have failed to notice Bianca's action, but continued to sulk silently. I was wrong. I shouldn't have interrupted you. I apologize. Okay. Bianca spoke to me in a tone used for coaxing children. Squatting down halfway to look into my eyes, I looked away first. You were eavesdropping anyway. Bianca's eyes curved. She stood up and gently patted my head, then turned around and said something to Luke. Luke looked at me, eyes wide open. What did she say? After Bianca walked far away, I moved to Luke's desk and asked. Luke shook his head, refusing to tell me. Boss Bianca asked me to keep it a secret. Whose side are you on anyway? How did a few sentences make you loyal to Bianca? I really don't get it. Is Bianca's charm that great? I beat around the bush asking Luke all afternoon, but she kept her lips sealed. After work and returning home, I collapsed on the bed, recalling what happened today. Opening my phone, it was still stopped at the message Bianca sent in the morning. My thoughts were a mess. Now I haven't grasped either work or love. Feeling low, I typed, "Bianca, let's break up." As soon as the message was sent, I regretted it. I scrambled to recall it, unsent, but accidentally clicked delete for myself. Heaven really wants me dead. The next morning at work, Bianca stood in front of me. I greeted her guiltily. "Hello, boss." Bianca stared at me and said word for word, "Not very good." She bent down, looking into my eyes. "I just broke up with my boyfriend. My mood is terrible." Oh, I nodded stiffly. She couldn't have discovered it was me, right? As a company employee, shouldn't you help me think of a solution? Bianca rarely lowered her voice to speak to me. Every time she did, there was a sense of oppression. I leaned back desperately, wanting to distance myself from Bianca and escape this weird atmosphere. "Maybe find another boyfriend?" I asked tentatively, looking up at Bianca. Her face suddenly turned dark, and her whole person was shrouded in low pressure. What is this terrifying situation? I didn't dare move or make a sound. Why didn't anyone tell me Bianca could turn dark? Boo. I'm so scared. I want to go home. Seeing I didn't speak for a long time, Bianca rubbed her brow, squatted down, and pulled my chair closer. "Why break up?" I was stunned. What is this situation? I felt like I was struck by lightning. The last line of defense in my heart suddenly collapsed. While I was trembling in fear of being exposed every day, Bianca already knew everything. Turns out I was the clown, played around by Bianca. My eyes stung. I tried hard to hold back the urge to cry, turning my head away to avoid looking at Bianca. But my tears decided to go against me. The more I thought, the more aggrieved I felt. I couldn't help questioning Bianca. "Is it fun? What do you take me for?" Seeing my tears, Bianca froze for a few seconds, then sighed and pulled me into her arms. "It's my fault. I apologize to you." Seeing me cry harder, Bianca patted my back and explained softly, "After coming to the company, I couldn't find the right opportunity to confess to you, and I was afraid I wasn't the way you liked, so you kept avoiding me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have rashly entered your life without thinking it through." I understood. Actually, I was just like Bianca, worried I wasn't what the other person liked, so I didn't dare tear open that layer of paper. As for forgiving or not, the decision is yours. Bianca swallowed her bitterness and said the last sentence with difficulty. In a place I couldn't see, her eyes were red, and her heart beat faster than mine. "I never blamed you." I looked at Bianca seriously and choked out, "I just didn't know how to face you. I was also scared. Scared I wasn't good enough. Scared you only liked the me on the internet." Dummy. Bianca seemed to read my mind. Her suspended heart finally settled, and she hugged me tighter. I didn't refute, but I knew that Bianca and I were both idiots who didn't know how to express love. But we both loved each other a little more than we thought. For a while after that, I couldn't figure it out. Bianca clearly shared some work things with me occasionally, so how did I not notice at all? Finally, I reached a conclusion. Indeed, love makes people blind. End of text.